You've always had the question, why stop using an old model? It could be any number of reasons. For me, I did a time skip. Okay, so I'm here now. So if you care about lore, then going back would be weird. If you don't care about that, I could, but the tech improves over time. Rigging improves over time. You know, things get better. And over time, old models just start to feel like more stiff. They do less. You can still take the same art and maybe get it re-rigged, but then you get this uncanny valley thing going on where people who are used to the old version of it, when they see the new rigging, it feels really weird. So it's better to just do a new one. It's genuinely better. It feels really weird to look at it if you have like someone else rig it, or even the same person, but they change the way it looks. It's like animated differently, but it's the same base art. That can be really awkward. So, you know, that's why it's better to not do that. But yeah, there's a lot of reason. It's usually that things get more advanced though. And for me also, like, I need something that suits my voice and the way I talk and stuff like that. Right? When I have something that to me doesn't quite feel like it visually suits that, then I notice this phenomenon. You get a lot of people that click onto the stream and they talk to you and they choose how they word things or how they interact with you for the first time based off of how you look. Right? So then what would happen is people would look at that model, which was like, it was cute and I loved it. But, you know, you would get people coming in and they interact a certain way and then they get a different person back a little bit. Right? So I always felt like it's better to like visually represent yourself in a way that makes sense. And it's different when it's like a chibi model or like something like that. But I don't know. It just made more sense for me for it to like match up better. So that was kind of why I wanted to adjust for myself too. Because I felt like, I don't know, I think the way I looked before, I was like, I don't know if it suits like what I talk about a lot too. I don't know. And yeah, I bounced between a lot of shit, but still, you know, I just felt like it was a little, it just needed a little adjusting, but I didn't want like a wildly different change. So I wanted to use I still want to look like me and I wanted to use my same artist and all of that, you know, but yeah. And I like that outfit. I like the concept of that design a lot, but I think it needs some changing. It does. Looking at clips of the original model can be extremely jarring. Yeah. My OG was supposed to be a chibi model. It wasn't supposed to be my main one, but it was like the one that got done first. So I streamed with it. And then I had, also because it got done first, it was the first thing that even had like my outfit on and my design on. It was the only thing that really had that. And then I went and had someone else who was working on a regular, like normal model for me, and that fell through. So I only had that one for a while. And I mean, it worked. I didn't really care too much because it wasn't like, I wasn't gonna make it my job or anything. So I was like, it's whatever. And I just streamed with that for a while. And then when things were working out, I was like, I think I should change to a normal model. And that was when I talked to Zen. I got the last one. But yeah, I don't know. I remember seeing your Fuji from Zen stream a long time ago. Quite surprised when I checked the channel out. I loved it. I was like, I was catfishing. Because I had all this art of what things were supposed to look like based off of like old references and stuff. But then the model was like the chibi version of it. And I just, yeah, it was all I had, man. But it was fun. I didn't mind too much. Like that model was charming. I stray away from the charming talk. I stray away from it because I feel like I don't know how to describe how I feel, so I'm not even gonna try. I stray from that. People say it had charm, it was filled with soul. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the time when people say that, it's comforting because they're used to it. Yeah, it's nostalgia. There are a lot of people who do like change, and then there's some people that hate change, and those people always use those words to just say like, yeah, I don't like change. And they trick themselves into thinking that that's what they want, but no, they just don't like change. Like a well-worn shoe. Yeah. Exactly. You really don't care? Yeah. All I care about is like how people treat people, I think. I don't know. You tend to favor the big head and round eyes like chibis have. I like them. I just find that if that's your only model, people treat you like that. Like you are that. No matter what you say, no matter how you act, you get, and I say people like it's some, but you get some people that will always treat you that way. And it can be a little weird to be an adult and be treated that way, you know what I mean? That's why I like having a chibi model, but I don't like that being like my main thing. Because I feel like then you get people like that just see you as that and treat you as that no matter what you do. Because they're so focused on like what they see and not anything behind it, you know? So it's a little easier to just like kind of try to match that a little bit more. Yeah, so literally every VTuber that uses a younger looking model, non-chibi, gets that treatment. It's true. And like some people enjoy that. And I feel like if you're fine with that, then you're fine with that. That doesn't matter. You just need to make sure you're getting treated how you want to be treated. You're getting interacted with it how you want to be interacted with. That's all, right? So as long as you do that, you're chilling, right? But yeah, it's interesting. Like however you look, people will treat you kind of based off of it, even if it's just a model and it's not like an actual like a webcam or something. But yeah, it's not even a big deal. It's just low-key, low-level annoying to see constant comments of people coming in and like treating you differently than you want to be treated. So the easy way is just, okay, swap models, right? Some people like playing a character, others like being more, it's just me with the model. Yeah, right? So that's why it's so person dependent. I also feel like the opposite way, I don't like when people see someone with like a chibi model and then they like start saying weird shit about them or bothering them or being like, oh, they're trying to attract certain attention or whatever. Cause I'm like, sometimes they just like cute things, okay? Especially a lot of girls. Sometimes they just like cute shit. Sometimes they like being treated that way because it's just a cute interaction and it makes them comfortable because it feels very not serious, not aggressive, not anything, you know, like sometimes people treat them, it's like more goofy, you know, people have their reasons, you know, but I don't know. I feel like, you know, either way, it should be matching whatever people like, whatever interaction they want, as long as they're not harming anybody, you know, who cares?